Arizona Wildlife Views, brought to you by the sale of hunting and fishing licenses and the Heritage Fund, lottery dollars working for wildlife. Some projects made possible by the Sportfish and Wildlife Restoration Fund.
Fine work. Let's go.
Good evening and welcome to Arizona Wildlife Views. I'm your host, Jim Harkin. Tonight we are at the beautiful Boyce Thompson Arboretum, about an hour to the east of Phoenix. Arizona boasts a huge variety of beautiful places to go and interesting things to do across our state. So for our first story tonight, we take you to the streams of the White Mountains and introduce you to the most amazing group of fly fishers that you've ever met.
There's nothing more relaxing and tranquil than a day of fly fishing in the White Mountains of northern Arizona.
Here, be sure and get this, because this is the fly fishing dance.
Well, sometimes the tranquility is replaced by laughter when the fly fishers are a group of women who share a unique life experience that most of us, fortunately, never will. Lead fly fishing instructor Wendy Gunn explains.
I've been fortunate enough to travel all over the place fly fishing, so when I came to do this 7 years ago for the first time, I came away from this with more than I've gotten from anything. We teach 14 women in all stages of breast cancer. It's in a recovery stage, so we see them 10 years out, we see them fresh out, we still see them when they're in treatment. And we bring them outdoors, we get them with 14 other women that they can visit with that maybe have had similar circumstances. We tell them, gets them outside, works the right muscles. It allows them to be in beautiful places because trout don't live in ugly places. It's one of those great things. And with the sport, this is the one thing I get to give to the sport, and I get to give to these women, and it's a special place in my heart.
The beauty of the White Mountains is the perfect setting for Casting for Recovery, a nationwide program that, through the sport of fly fishing and camaraderie, allows breast cancer survivors the opportunity to focus on wellness and not their illness.
I'm having a blast. This is just too awesome. This is something I've wanted to do all my life. My father and my brother, who both passed away from cancer, both fly fished, and by the time I was old enough to appreciate it, I had 4 kids to raise. And so this is a dream come true. This is really a dream come true. The weekend has been spectacular, and this is it's amazing. I'm doing pretty well. I've had a double mastectomy.
You want this fly?
And I have one more surgery to go because of some scar tissue. But I'm doing well, really am. I'm almost a year out. The 28th of May was when I was diagnosed. So I think I'm doing pretty well for that length of time.
Now, my hands are a little slick, so now what do you do? Do you have like that little tool? You just grip it? Is that what you do to tighten that to make sure it's set? This is my first time, so yeah, it's really on both my father and my stepdad are avid fishermen, so I'm out here to see if I got it in my blood.
Okay, just release with that one and hold it with that one.
All right.
Okay. Make a couple of casts.
And if I caught fish, my stepdad said he's going to buy me fishing equipment. No, it's been great though. I mean, I've just learned just in the last day and a half all sorts of little tricks, and just in the last 20 minutes with Bill here, it's been really great. So, oh, it's been amazing to bond with these women, we've all been through, you know, the same journey, and I mean, there's a lot of similarities and also differences, but I mean, yeah, I mean, and it has no boundaries. I mean, there's various ages here, and we all come from different walks, and yet we all just really bonded like sisters. It's pretty awesome.
It started in Alaska with Gwen Perkins being out on a river, and she had just cast out that line, and she thought, you know, wouldn't this be great for breast cancer survivors to have a time away and to experience the majestic panorama of beauty we always have when we're fly fishing?
I am making a mess today. This is my first time fly fishing, and I am a bass fisherman. So this is completely different for me. And being here with Casting for Recovery has just been an awesome experience. To hang out with 13 other breast cancer survivors and to be able to catch fish. He's gonna get it. Somebody else is gonna get it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. There we go. If you don't catch him once, you can catch him twice.
The women who are new to either treatment, nearly out of treatment, some are still in treatment, I think they derive strength and courage from those who are farther out. They can talk about their fears. They can talk about the fact that they can't stop thinking about their cancer. Those who are out a bit farther can give them the encouragement to say that, you know, I remember when it was like that. And there are so many days now I never think about it, or I don't think about it often. And it does come, but it's a challenging road when it's so new and so fresh. So I think that those survivors out, you know, whether it's 2 years, 10 years, we've had 15-year survivors. I'm a 14-year survivor. And, you know, they offer that encouragement and the can-do. You can do this, and we'll stick together. They make connections here that often they carry home and stay connected through email or phone, or, you know, get together for lunch, and some of them go fishing together.
Up.
Oh, got it. All right.
Stand still.
All right, stand still, strip, let him, another jumper.
Always keep a little bend in your rod.
Okay. I married a fly fisherman last summer, and he's been teaching me a little bit, and he's the one that told me about this, and I had breast cancer 9 years ago, and he suggested I come, and I put in and got drawn, so. But I want to be able to do this with my husband, and we love the outdoors, so that's why I decided to come to see if I can try to keep up with him. It's been real emotionally healing. I lost one of my buddies that we went through cancer together. I lost her about 2 weeks ago. And so this was like a respite. It was really important to get away and share with other women again.
You just strip right through. I knew that it was just going to be awesome, so I just came excited. I didn't really know, this is my first time here, so I wasn't really sure how everything was going to work and run, but I'm amazed at how the ladies, who have only known each other for 3 days, are just kind of bantering back and forth. We had a little bit of a competition going back and forth between east side, west side, and just amazing about how kind everybody is to each other, and especially me kind of being the younger one, just really making sure that it was very comfortable, and just it's just about, you know, coming out and enjoying yourselves and really having fun, and just how excited the ladies are all to have fish. You hear laughing from across the pond and everybody cheering each other on and just doing great, and it just really impresses me about how these women can go through such hard times and just have the biggest smiles on their face that you've ever seen. So I like that.
Now this is what I came for. Awesome. What a gorgeous fish. It is, it's a beauty. Okay, I got him.
Thank you.
Is that good as a bass?
Huh? That's as good as a bass, yeah. That is probably better than a bass.
Never. We've done just some regular, fishing from our canoe, and I never catch anything. So this is like the family record. I've caught 5. My son was out last weekend, and he came home with 4, and he pulls them out of the refrigerator. The fish were cleaned, and he goes, "Happy Mother's Day." I was like, "Oh, thanks." All I have to do is cook them. The rest of the retreat has been awesome. I don't think I realized how much I needed to hear other people's stories and get the support from people that just have been through it. It's very different than the support you get from friends and family that kind of went through it with you, but they haven't been through it themselves. And so that's just been awesome. This has been a great group of women, and there's such a strong connection. You're gonna stay connected. There he is! Oh, he threw it away. That's okay. That's okay. Yep. Good job.
They're very, very powerful moments for the women. We've had so many women throughout all 11 years, but just in the 7 years with Arizona, who have said this weekend changed their lives. It gave them a reason to look at life in a different way, a new perspective, and help them realize the joy of living in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah. All right, here it comes. Yay! Come here, come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Yes. Oh, great. Okay, let me get this out of you. Okay. Just a little. My husband taught me a little bit, but this has helped so much. Just be with the professionals and really learning getting the techniques down. I think that's been just as much fun now that I can really cast correctly and do all of it. So it's been a very special weekend, not just for the fly fishing, but for the camaraderie and friendships. And it has been a wonderful experience because we have all come from different places. We're all in different places along our journey. And to be able, I'm a little further along, I'm 3.5 years out, and to be able to share with some of those that are newer that it does get better. You do get back to your old life, and it's always there, but you find you are doing more of the things that you want to do and celebrating every day of your life. And my motto's just become live out loud every day.
In 2009, Casting for Recovery held 43 retreats in 28 states at no cost to the participants. But the benefits they've received are priceless. As I said earlier, we're here at the Boyce Thompson Arboretum. So it's only fitting that tonight, the Arizona Wildlife Viewing Guide takes us on a tour of what this garden is like during its fall festival.
No spring nor summer beauty hath such grace as I have seen in one autumnal face. Autumn is a special season in Arizona. From the golden aspens of the North Country to the flowering cacti of the desert, the whole state seems awash with color. So on this November day, the Wildlife Guide is leading us to the Fall Color Festival at Boyce Thompson Arboretum near Superior.
Boyce-Thompson Arboretum is just one of the most beautiful places in Arizona. My wife and I were members of the Arboretum for years before I got on staff. It's right near the town of Superior, which is about 1 hour drive due east of Phoenix, or about 2 hours from Tucson. And fall is just one of the most glorious times of year out here. We have fall color that rivals New England, quite frankly. And we have a wonderful event on Thanksgiving weekend. We do live music, and we also have fall color. We have painters that are painting it and photographers who are capturing it out on the trails.
The Arboretum is the oldest botanical garden in Arizona, and it's also the largest. Developed along Queen Creek Canyon, its 320 acres and 2 miles of trails wind through a wide variety of landscapes and gardens.
We were founded back in the 1920s by a visionary man named William Boyce-Thompson, who had the honorary title of Colonel through some work he did with the Red Cross. He founded this Arboretum to get people to appreciate the importance of desert plants and desert ecosystems. And this was in an era when people thought of deserts as wastelands. And Colonel Thompson really helped and founded the Arboretum in order to get people to understand that people depend so much upon desert plants in so many continents all around the world. So the Arboretum has evolved to showcase plants from desert ecosystems all around the world. We have Mediterranean desert plants, South African, Australian, South American, and East Asian, all in different collections. So you really have a chance to get to know the world's ecosystems, the world's arid land ecosystems, on a 2-hour walk around our trails.
At one end of the canyon sits Picket Post House. It was the winter home of Colonel Thompson during the time he lived at his beloved garden.
It's 7,000 square feet, and it's just a stunning structure perched up on a hill overlooking Queen Creek. After he died, shortly after 1930, Picket Post House was bought, and it's been in private ownership ever since. Just this past year, the state reacquired it. It's now part of the state again, and ideally, Arizona State Parks will be reopening it sometime in the next few years, probably for tours and for the public to enjoy.
The Arboretum is not just a single garden, but a wide variety of smaller gardens, grouped by theme or species, which give visitors plenty of beauty and wildlife to enjoy.
Just that there's so much to do, so many things to see. No matter what if you like nature, you will love it here. There are things to discover, there's new things to learn. When I came here, I didn't know anything about the local insects, the butterflies, the reptiles, anything like that. And they have people that lead tours and tell you all about it. And that's what I like. I also like the solitude, walking out here by myself, enjoying nature, getting away from it all.
What's wonderful about the Arboretum is all 4 seasons there's something happening and something beautiful to see. In the fall, we have wildlife. We have lots of watchable wildlife during the months of September, October, November. As we get into late fall and early winter, there's autumn color with the pistachio trees, which turn just beautiful shades of red and gold and pumpkin orange. If you come out here in the winter, there's winter color. If you come out here in the spring, you'll begin to see the wildflowers. And during summer, we have the cactus blossoms. There's always something.
While walking the trails, everybody seems to pause in awe of Mr. Big. This immense red gum eucalyptus earned its name by growing to 8 feet in diameter and over 100 feet in height. It was planted as a sapling in 1926.
And this is a great place for watchable wildlife. We do bird walks throughout the year. We have them in the fall and the spring, guided bird walks, which are led by some of the state's experts. We're very lucky to have volunteers, people such as Troy Corman, who's with the Arizona Game and Fish Department, who guides some of our tours and is one of the state's acknowledged experts in birds. Here's a chance for you to walk the trails with an expert like Troy and learn about different birds that are here during different seasons, learn to identify them by their calls or by their field marks. During the summer, we have a tour series called Learn Your Lizards, which is a lot of fun. If you got kids in particular, it's a blast to go walking the trails and finding lizards and learning which ones we have and about some of their habits.
Not surprisingly, the garden is a virtual feast for photographers.
That's probably my favorite thing to do with photography is outdoor photography, and this is just, like I said, a convenient spot to come, and there's a wide diversity and quite a few experts that you can pick their brains and learn what you're looking at.
The area is so attractive to wildlife that the staff was pleasantly surprised to see several wild turkeys wandering the garden this fall. The birds would show up late in the afternoon, and one of the groundskeepers was able to get these photos.
I love this place. My wife and I have always enjoyed the Arboretum. It's just a pleasure to come to work every day. There's wonderful people, the staff, and quite frankly, the members and visitors, and the beauty of the park itself. I mean, I'm into wildlife. I've become a birder over the years, and I love seeing the different birds, the unusual migrants, and then just the beautiful year-round birds that we have. And I've learned so much. I've learned to identify butterflies from our education director and from some of our volunteers that are specialists in butterflies. I've learned to identify dragonflies. I've learned about plants and about lizards and so many other things. It's just a really exciting place to go and a nice place to be at peace walking the trails and enjoying the gardens.
The Arboretum is open every day of the year except Christmas. Check out their website for hours and opportunities to volunteer in the garden. Tonight, in our continuing series on sporting dogs, we answer the question, which breed really is the most popular one in America?
BB is a almost 3-year-old Labrador Retriever female, and she, being a female, is a little bit smaller than some of the Labrador males you will see. She is shorter and stockier than many of the labs that you see in the United States, because there's almost a division now between field lines and what they call English show lines. BB is of English lines, though she has a lot of hunting in her background. Most labs are very multi-purpose dogs, from being the family couch potato to being a therapy dog. BB actually goes to visit assisted living homes and enjoys visiting the elderly and little kids. Labradors are used a lot for hunting, for pets, for therapy work, for guide dogs, assistance dogs in many levels. They're really a multi-purpose dog. They originally are water dogs. They came in the way back days from Newfoundland. They were exported to England, where they became great upland field dogs and water dogs, marsh dogs, because their waterproof coat and their webbed feet allow them to be in marshy areas, and they love to swim, so they'll go out and get the ducks and geese that are downed in the water. Well, they're the #1 dog in the United States now, probably in the world. One of the primary reasons for that is that they're very, very people-oriented. They'll just about do anything for their people. Whatever you ask of them, they'll do it. They're extremely calm and gentle around kids and older people. Anywhere you look, you'll find a family that has a beloved story about a Labrador and their kids growing up, and the babies crawling all over the lab and pulling their tails. Not that we recommend that kind of behavior, but they just love being around people. They love kids, and are probably one of the finest family dogs because they are so people-oriented. And food hounds. This dog actually eats about 3 cups of food a day. She doesn't eat a whole lot. She's very active. I try and keep my dogs in good trim, because one of the easiest things in the world is to let a Labrador get overweight. They love their food. They'll clean your plate, they'll steal things off the counter, and if you free feed them, just put a dish down on the floor, they'll eat till it's gone. So in order to keep mine from being obese, which is very easy to happen, they get kind of short rations, or at least they think they're short rations. She's been known to bring me her dinner dish for more.
And that's our show for this evening. If you have any questions about anything you saw on our show, check out our website at azgfd.gov. On behalf of producers Carol Lind and Gary Schaefer, I'm your host, Jim Harkin. Thanks for watching.